with the finger on the page. We tell them to take it off because we think it slows them down or messes up the book, when in fact what we should be asking them to do is to speed the thing up. If you use a visual guide, it gives you more comprehension, more appreciation, a better flow, so you can start using it now. Well, what other ways are there of improving the reading speed? Well, firstly, we can vary the use of the visual guide. Rather than having it just going along the pages one line at a time like this on the page, you can lift it off slightly, which enable your eyes to focus a bit more softly, getting more words in. So have it slightly off the page. You can also vary the use of your visual guide. It doesn't just have to go down the lines. It can go in spirals and curves. Your eyes will make the proper fixations, picking in the right word groups as your visual guide goes down the page. You can also try moving down the margins. In other words, try as many variations of the visual guide as possible. Now, there are other things you can do to help your speed of reading, and one is to practice reading too fast. That is for almost no comprehension at all. So you start off reading at a normal speed and gradually accelerate until you're reading almost nothing at all, simply seeing the occasional words and phrases go by. Don't stop, carry on, and complete something like 5 pages doing this. Then go back and read normally, and you'll find that your reading speed is higher. The reason for this can be found by comparing it with a motorway analogy. If you've been driving at 70 miles an hour for some time, and somebody in the front seat says, "Look, I'm covering up the speedometer, slow to 20. How fast do you think you'll be going when you say that's about 20? Most people answer somewhere between about 30 and 40. Now, this is because the mind has got used to 70, and when it comes down to 30, that feels like about 20 used to. So the mind becomes conditioned to a new, higher norm. This is what happens when you practice for no comprehension, just very briefly. Your mind gets conditioned, then comes back down and goes down to a speed which is higher than you've normally used before. So you can use this speed training to slowly rise or give rise to a higher normal reading speed. Now you can take this even farther and actually really speed through a book. That means reading at about 1 page a second. Now what you're going to be doing there is simply scanning the page as quickly as you can, something like this. 1, 2, turn, down the next page, down the next page, and so on. And you can use a metronome to help you with this. I set this metronome on approximately 90, and it can be used as so. And of course, as you get better and better and better, you can pull the speed up and end up at phenomenally fast speed, a bit of a limp in that metronome. Now what happens when you're using the metronome is that your eye's focus begins to expand, and it picks out the key words and key phrases which are really important, and it begins to use a different kind of perception. It's no longer using simply the normal look at the word, focus on it, and taking it in. It's letting the mind look around what the eye is generally seeing. So it's seeing on the edges, using its peripheral vision. This is tremendously important in your advanced reading techniques, and you'll find that it will increase your speeds very, very significantly. Right. Now, the printed word, as I've said, is only a part of the reading process. We actually get information from everything around us, and so what we want to try to do is to train our eyes to stop just seeing and to start really looking. Looking for shapes, textures, colors, relationships of shapes, expanding their awareness. In other words, use your eye. It's your window on the universe. And the more you use it, the more you will see, and the more you will learn. I'm going to read you a list of 10 numbers and 10 words. I want you to remember the number and the word that goes with it. Number 2 is light. Number 5 is student. Number 10 is face. Number 4 is watch. Number 7 is floor. Number 6 is color. Number 9 is road. I hope they're not all beginning to drift away. Number 1 is orange. Number 8 is table. Number 3 is glass. I want you to pick up your pens to answer some questions. And don't write yet, because the first question that I want you to answer is, what is the number between 1 and 10 that you think I might have left out during that list? And then I want you to write down the number 5 and the word that went next to it. Number 1 and the word that went next to it. Number 9 and the word. Number 2 and the word. Number 10 and the word. Number 4 and the word. Number 7 and the word. Number 3 and the word.